Hey, what's up guys? So we are out at another flip property. I'm going through it for the first time. I'm gonna kind of see what we think we need to do in order to get this thing back on the market. I have seen pictures of the property and it's relatively clean inside, but has a cabiny feel to it. And also it's just on an absolutely gorgeous piece of land. Thick timbered land, as you can see right here. It's 7 acres. Let's go inside and have a look. Looks like they left an old Bayliner here for us, so we'll have to take a look at that thing here in a minute. But yeah, like I mentioned, this is in a very rural area. I mean, it's great if you like to get away from the city and just be out of the hustle and bustle and, you know, things slow down a bit. But at the same token, once you get up in the sticks and you're kind of out in the middle of nowhere, I don't know, I don't want to say you're completely away from the riffraff, but there's definitely some suspicious activity that takes place in these super rural areas. And this particular house, I don't think it's like a drug house or anything like that, but you do get some meth labs up in these woods occasionally. So let's go inside and take a look. First thing I noticed was this is a super cool front door. Look at the size of that thing, and it just looks like a solid front door. You're not kicking that thing in, I don't think. Yeah, she's solid. So something super unique about this house is that there was an addition at some point that took place, and that's what I'm standing in right now. This is actually the original structure right here, so that you can see that's the original exterior siding, that board and batten siding. And then this, what I'm standing in, is a massive addition. There are some funky things about this property. Here's the kitchen, right? And these were originally windows that then were leading to the exterior of the house. I don't know, it has some charm to it, some really cool and unique woodwork in here, which is not as desirable in the city, but out here when you're in the middle of the forest, I think it might work. So right now this is part of the addition, and this is the only bedroom on the main floor here. And as you can see, it's not even finished off. It's kind of like almost like a loft style bedroom where it's not fully closed in. You can see there's some really cool woodwork here. And from what I was told, the previous owner not only did part of this addition, but he did all the custom woodwork here on his own and actually harvested all these cool logs and all the wood that you see like from the property itself. So I don't know, it's pretty cool. Definitely funky, but there are some very cool touches. It's unique for sure. So we're gonna get into numbers on this deal here in a second, but when I think of the perfect buyer for this property, it's somebody who obviously wants to get out of the city. They want their own property. They want, you know, a handful of acres to either just live in peace and quiet, and then if they want horses, they want a dirt bike track, whatever, they got the land to do it, and they like that cabin feel. They like that rustic feel, which this is, as you can see, kind of very rustic. Our strategy on this property might be to do very minimal and just throw it on the market as a reasonable price. So the buyer of that is also kind of like your DIY homeowner who doesn't mind coming in and doing some of the fix up themselves. And I feel like you tend to find those people a lot more when you are in more rural areas, more country areas, because most of those people are more on the blue collar side than if they were living in the city. So that could be a strategy here, but I do think that is who our buyer pool is gonna come from. So there's all kinds of cool stuff in this house that I've noticed. Like this is going into the bathroom here. As you can see, he did an archway here and then this custom made this archway bathroom door. Now I do think the arched door is cool, but it's a bit awkward being that is the bathroom now that I'm thinking about it. So I'm not sure who wants the glass door in a bathroom, and it's not very well sealed. So if it's Sunday night after a big bowl of chili, your family might be paying for it in the living room. Well, let's check out upstairs and see what is going on. So when we get upstairs, we have a little bit of just kind of a loft area here where you could make this some sort of an office space or whatever. And then we have bedroom number 2 up here, which is kind of your standard bedroom here. What the hell? We have a giant hole in the drywall here. Okay. A giant gaping hole in the drywall that looks like someone just took a chainsaw to, that goes out into this little like landing area up top. I'm not crawling out there though, because it might fall down or something. I don't even know what you'd call it. A landing area. Maybe you'd put, I don't know what you'd put up here, but it's right above the front door. Animal mount or something up here might be cool. But in addition to this, these bedroom windows were left that's looking into the addition. So this is just another funk factor of this property. Like I had mentioned, this is the original exterior wall. You gotta have a window in a bedroom, but I don't know why they didn't eliminate this one and just leave the one over right there. So weird. So let's go over to the next bedroom, check this out. This is actually pretty cool. I remember seeing this one in the photos, but this entire room, instead of sheetrock on the walls, they have this old barnwood, which I don't know, I'm a big fan of. I think this room is super cool. Well, that's basically it for the interior. There's a couple outbuildings. Let's go check them out and then we'll get into some numbers. In addition to this cool barnwood room, we have a pretty badass balcony off of here. We got kind of just some rolling hill views out here. So it's a nice feature. I dig it. So like I mentioned, there's a few different outbuildings. We have this small shop here. We'll go into that here in a second. There's a couple other just like small little structures that I wanted to check out. I noticed this when I was standing up on the balcony up there. It's kind of off in the trees as you can see, but I was like, what in the heck is that? Is it an old pump house or what's going on? So I figured, hey, let's cruise over and check this thing out. What the hell? Holy crap, what is that? This is an old outhouse here. As you can see, no door, some sort of white substance, white powder everywhere. What the hell? Whatever this powder stuff is looks fairly fresh. Just how dewy the mornings are getting, it wouldn't look as fresh as it does here. So I don't know, that's odd. So let's go check out the shop and see what's going on in there. As far as what we just saw there in that little outhouse, I'm still a little baffled by it. I don't really know what the neighbor situation is here. As far as I've known, this has been vacant for a little bit. We actually bought it out of pre-foreclosure. It was, the original owner had passed away and we bought it from the heirs, and I don't really know what they were into, but what I just stumbled across isn't normal. So let's take a look in this little barn here, see what we got. All right, so what we got here is just a cool little shop area. Not a super high value building because it's just a gravel floor. There is power, but it's pretty small. No insulation in here or anything like that, but it does have some value, and it's a nice feature for the house given that there is no garage. This kind of acts as your garage, and it's about the size of one. So, well, we might as well go check out this Bayliner, see if anything can be salvaged here. Highly unlikely given the looks of it. I don't know. Let's take a look. I think the wife might love this thing, actually. She's been mentioning she wants a boat. This might be the one for us. Oh boy, that's inviting. This is obviously completely totaled. There's no value whatsoever here. And when boats are left on properties, it's a bit of a pain in the butt. It's just something that's gonna cost you money to get rid of. So we're gonna either have to haul this thing to the dump or crunch it up and throw it into a dumpster with an excavator or something. Either way, it's gonna cost us, you know, $1,000 to get rid of. Maybe we could throw it on Facebook Marketplace for free and see if somebody picks it up, but I highly doubt it. This is also weird. We got a gas can right here, and there's a bunch of matches all around it, like someone was trying to like light this thing up, or that's odd. I told you they do some weird shit up here in the sticks. All right, so here are the final numbers on this deal. So we bought this beautiful custom cabin, as you can see. We paid $375,000 for this place. Obviously, we just walked through it together. It's gonna be a question of where to start and stop on this thing. There's definitely some work needed. You could full go this thing, or you could go very light and just put it on the market at a cheaper price. I think the route we're gonna take is going the cheaper price route, trying to do minimal work to it and sell it to more of a DIY homeowner who's looking to kind of have a home project for himself and buy it a little cheaper. So if we can do some light cleanup on here, call it $25,000, button up some loose ends, and then I think our ARV on this thing through that route would be $500,000. That would put us at a gross profit margin of 100 grand. Obviously, we have real estate commissions, closing costs coming out of that. All in all, though, I think it's a good deal. And at $375,000, which was our purchase price, this should be a great deal for us. This should be a win, given that we're into it pretty close to land value in the 7 acres. So obviously today we ran into a few different things that we weren't anticipating, like white powder and matches next to a gas can in a boat. But we see all kinds of stuff in the field buying properties like this. So if you like coming out with me, you like seeing these unique situations and also learning how to flip, make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and we'll see you next time. All right, see ya.